Hello, welcome or welcome back to the Oracle Light Tarot. I'm so glad you guys are here. It is not a coincidence that you found this video. Okay, guys, nothing is a coincidence. Know that you were called here to see this reading for a reason and that there is a message for you. Take what resonates within your soul, within your heart, and with what you believe. Okay? And leave what doesn't. You do not have to accept everything. Accept what you feel is truth, your truth, okay? And I can't express that enough. Yeah, there's definitely something about making choices and personal power and planning coming through. It's giving the Two of Wands type of energy. Okay, I feel like you're headed somewhere and it's somewhere amazing. I feel like you have the whole world in your hands, you know? That's what this feels like. I'm going to be pulling a couple cards today from the tea leaf fortune cards here. I don't know why I was called to put them in this golden bag. Something about it's in the bag. I don't know why. This bag has been folded up in this box for like the longest time. I've had these cards for a couple years and I've never used the bag. But for some reason they're in the bag today. So maybe that's symbolism for something. I'm also going to read from the Oracle of the Trees, the Fortune Oracle, and the Wisdom Oracle. So a lot of Oracle energy, and what's been coming up a lot with the tarot is coming up in like my mind's eye. So if I might feel called to, just like at the beginning of this reading, reflect on tarot cards. So there's something about that coming through, but I don't think I'm going to pull any. Yeah, the energy feels like I really want to pull from like Oracle. Okay, so, and they will be pulling charms randomly. Sometimes this, I just see a charm randomly. Just so you know, they're all mixed up. We don't. Okay, so if you see me reach in at the top and I see something, it's because it's standing out to me. Okay, we do things a little differently around here, and that's okay. That's the way we do things. Maybe you're the same way. Let's just get into your reading. What I'm going to ask today is, what is the mirror of your reality showing you? What is the mirror of your reality showing you? Okay. I see like an ice skate right here. Skating. So like skating on thin ice. So so I'm getting that reference, like skating on thin ice. So there's like this fear that's coming up for somebody, or it just could be fears in general. Okay. So there's a lot of energy coming through. I'm seeing like an anchor here. Okay, and it's a weird shaped anchor. Actually, it has like, it looks like an oar in the middle of it. If I could show you. And then when I just said oar, it's like, oh my gosh, look at them together. Together. That's not a coincidence that they came out this way. So this is the anchor I was actually seeing right here, this one. And it looks like there's an oar in it. It says oar. And then when I said the word oar, like, see how it looks like, you know, an oar, like a paddle for the boat, the oars, right? That move the boat. So there's something about grounding your energy, and then also this energy of not being able to look, they're stuck together, right? They're stuck together. So I feel like there's this energy of somebody else's energy. This could have something to do with your home. This could have like a mother energy. This could have, because I'm seeing the swan. The swan's reminding me of the ugly duckling story for some reason right now. Also, there's a house right here. I don't know if you can see that. So there's the ice skate, there's the swan, and there's the house. Okay, so somebody like, let's, now Spirit's like, you can pull them out. Okay. And is this, what is that? Oh, that's a turtle. Turtle. Okay. I'm being guided to pull that out. It is a turtle. There's something, turtles always represent like protection, needing to protect yourself, or something to do with protection in general because of the shell. Okay. All right. So for somebody, and just know that you don't have to accept all. This just could be like generalized energy. Okay. But for some reason, what is this? Orphan. 5. 1 and 4 is 5. Okay. We have truth be told, and then orphan. So there could be some type of, because it's coming through as orphan, so it could be like family related fears, okay, like attachments to certain fears. Okay, and look, it doesn't look like a swan. I usually see this as like a melted snowman, but she looks kind of like a swan to me in a way. And she's stuck in this perched, like maybe the water has drained from the something, and she's perched atop, she's grounded. Okay, so like something keeping her stuck. Okay. Not for you. And Spirit's saying this isn't you're deciding, you know, this is no longer my energy. I'm recognizing something for what it is, okay? That there's an attachment type energy. Is not in a weird scary way, okay? Like attachment as in like a belief, okay? A belief that has become so ingrained in you. It could be family members. Spirit wants you to look deep within yourself and have some kind of objective outside perspective of why things may be it's like it's a fortune cookie and it says nope. So it's like it almost feels like somebody trying to find their fortune, something like that. Maybe it could be like hopes and dreams. They're strategizing, but they're recognizing that there's some type of misfortune that could be playing out in their lives, and they're realizing that it doesn't belong to them, or they could be from an outside perspective seeing it for what it really is. Okay, there's something like that coming through. Anything else, Spirit, in this deck for them? Is there anything else? Let's move. Oops. Let's move everything up, okay, so we can fit everything. I don't want to be like the other day where things weren't in frame. So here we are. As I said that, here she comes to save the day, something like that. 31 or 1331, which is 4. It's just like feels like noticing where things went astray. You know, it's the 4s come before the 5s, okay? It's like going back to this like post and seeing what led you where and why. Who is leading? Yeah, because we have the why here. What led you where and why? And this is 5. So you're looking for the peace. And it also feels like the peace. So could be something to do with yesterday's reading coming up for you. you might want to go see the reading before this one. But there's a lack of peace. And you're coming into realization of where this could be stemming from and why. So these could be like fears that are being brought to light. And instead of, we have come to the edge, instead of choosing to fall off the edge into I don't know, into what, Spirit? Maybe old habits, old ways. I think it's because you realize that your reality is reflecting back to you certain fears that seem to come up, okay? And they're coming up, and the reason why they stick out to you so bad is because your energy is changing. Your energetic field is changing. Everything's starting to change around you. The way you feel about yourself, maybe the way you feel about things. So there's 36 is 9. So there's an ending happening here. You're really, it's like giving 9 with the Hermit. You're doing a lot of soul searching and introspection, right? Really taking a good look at the whys. You're very curious about, why do I feel this way? Why does, and then it looks like a foundation here, right? Why do I feel this way? Why have things gone this way? You could even be looking at your reality, because your reality, you know, right? We're talking about what the mirror of your reality is reflecting to you. What is it showing you? And it could be showing you fears that you've taken on, okay, that have kept you stuck. And this could be fears from other people, just fears that you've developed over time that became beliefs that you believe about reality or the world or yourself or other people. So there's something like that. Could be fears handed down from family. It could be somebody's mother here. You know, it could be also be unknowingly done through like protective energy. You know, maybe one's parent sheltering them for some reason. Okay. It could have been, you know, it could have been out of love. But I feel like there's an ending to that. I feel like that you're realizing there's a lot more to this reality than meets the eye. And because you're starting to feel differently inside, your frequency is changing. There are certain beliefs and fears that could be seemingly like popping up, okay? I'm seeing like a baseball hat, like somebody wearing a hat, and they're, you know, like to shield their eyes, right? Okay. It just feels like very symbolic of like shielding yourself from seeing something. Okay. It's like protection from what you're seeing. Okay. And then there's also something about like rocks on the road. As if someone comes onto a road and driving on the road, noticing that there are all kinds of pebbles all over the road, and then realizing that they have to slow down to navigate that road, as if not to disturb the gravel or rocks that had fell across the road. It would be like a paved road, right? So like paved your way, and then noticing little pebbles and rocks. That's what this energy feels like. And then feeling like it slows you down because you have to focus on not kicking up the rocks and like hitting your windshield, right? Or cracking your windshield, or even cracking other people's windshields behind your car, you know, as if you're driving. So that's what it feels like. That's what this energy feels like. But, and then also this energy also feels like there's like a questioning of it. Where did these rocks come from? Who laid these rocks? What happened here? So that's what it feels like. What happened here? But knowing, you know, that someone, it wasn't you, you were just driving, right? Your regular route along, or this paved road, or maybe not your regular route, maybe it's, you know, like it's giving the Two of Wands, like you made some choice and you're traveling down the road. You paved this road is paved, ready for you to drive, and then suddenly you come across a bunch of gravel and rocks that have just kind of, like the truck ahead of you had their tarp off or something, and gravel flew onto the road, right? And you're like, why? But you know that it wasn't you. You know that it wasn't you that laid the gravel on the road. Okay, it was somebody else. But you're having to like slowly navigate this. And you're wondering why? Who? Why am I experiencing this? Who laid these rocks? Okay, something like that, right? Anything else, Spirit? About the mirror of their reality. What is the mirror of their reality showing them? The fact that I've been shuffling here and nothing has come out is very telling. So maybe you're wondering like where your fortune is. Okay, so the star, which is 29, which is 11. So it's talking about alignment. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. These stars feel like they're all over the place. We can either see those rocks or gravel on the road, or we can see the stars. Choosing. I notice this above these clouds here. So in order to see all the stars and the guidance and the good things, there's something about rising above something. Okay, allowing yourself to rise above. Look, there's something about treetops too, like a higher state of being, and aligning with that. Can you, what else? The Chariot. It's being like lit up from within and moving in that energy of being lit up. Okay. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. Which is 6. Yes, you could be Cancer too. Also Cancer energy coming through. I don't know why I just thought of that. Or there's something to do with the Cancer. Excuse me. So we have 6 again, which is 15, which reduces to 6. So new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. So when I said that this feels like a Cancer, like I don't know why I'm thinking of that. So there could be things that are popping up in your awareness. This could be like a loved one or other people. So you could even be someone who is like on the opposite end of this, who's maybe projecting onto another person. Okay. So I feel like it could go either way. So like I feel like we all do that. So we could be either or person in this situation. We could be the mother. We are, right? We're somebody's child, we're somebody's parent, we're, you know, maybe you're not the parent of somebody, but we're somebody to some, you know, we're many different faces, right? And to say that we've never done this, projected any kind of fear onto somebody, would be, I don't think that would be very truthful. But it's feeling like the key here you have the you know, whatever's kept you stuck, you have the key. Well, the key is to love. To love this person enough to, or to love yourself enough to move on from that energy of feeling lack or stuck or fear. It could just be fear or worry. You know, to detach yourself from that. Because it just feels like it hasn't served somebody in the best way. And there's like this needing to go back and reflect, right? With that hermit energy that I was feeling. So searching your soul. What do you find? Abundance. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. And then we have the Lovers. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. Okay, the 2 paths ahead, right, it's just feeling that energy of that right here. So maybe there's somebody you feel very connected to. You love this person. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know this person anymore. Maybe this could just be like an attachment to fear also. So we have the angel here. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on this journey. So, which is also 9. We have 6, 6, 9. But I feel like somebody knows that this is doing them a disservice and an injustice to either you or this other person, or maybe, you know, to you both. Okay, something like that coming through. I'm going to pull from the Oracle of the Trees. I'm going to try to pull 1 card from the Oracle of the Trees. I've just been really liking this deck lately for some reason. It was one of the first decks that I've ever bought. I think my first deck was the Wisdom of the Oracle of the Trees. Oracle of the Trees was my second deck. I was very into gardening at the time. I was like, ooh, this is for me. Okay, so there's something about that. Recognizing what is for you and what isn't for you, right? Okay, something like that. Anything else? Tell us about what their reality is reflecting to them. What is the reality? What is their reality? I feel it like wanting to jump, just hop out on the table for you. They feel very jumpy. So there's something like an energy of fear here. Okay, like being jumpy or spontaneous. Maybe. What is that feeling? Not spur of the moment. It's impulsive. Almost it's like a fear that makes you impulsive. Like, so it could be like reactionary type energy. I don't know. What is? Oops, we have 2. Looks like we have 2 energies here. Oh, well, that would make sense. Let's get the book. We have the Bay Tree and the Grapevines. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. And then we have this checkerboard here. Something's not for you. Something that you could have heard. Not much longer would you be mine. So something like the energy won't see. It's like you're getting this energy out of your way, out of your energetic field. Okay, that's what it feels like. And that's the Bay Tree. which is 5 in reverse. So this is all about the change. This is like a change that's taking place. So it's like slowing your change. This could be something that could be slowing your change down, okay, or feel like it is. But let's see, which is 19, which is 10. Oh, I was right up to the picture. Let's symbology. Do I want to read the symbology? No, I think we're going to just read the reverse meaning because this could get pretty lengthy. If the Bay Tree card is drawn reversed, it indicates that the seeker is facing an obstacle blocking the path between them and their desired objectives. Okay, well, we knew that, right? Perhaps there is someone who refuses to recognize or reward their efforts and accomplishments, or someone is speaking ill of them out of jealousy, or simply that there are delays beyond their control. They are, however, close to their goal. Let me repeat that again. They are, however, close to their goal. Success has not slipped through their fingers. It is merely delayed. In this phase, it is important to remove obstacles and to face unexpected events without losing faith. There's advice. Never hesitate to recognize your own worth. Absolutely. Is that basically what we're saying? Right? Recognize your own truth, your own feelings. And I was saying that in the beginning, I think, of this reading too. Like, only take what resonates with your truth, okay? It doesn't matter what I say. Okay? So know whatever you're listening to on a deeper level. Listen to the truth within, okay? I can't stress that enough for people. Listen to the truth within you, right? What is it? What is this energy telling you? Okay, I would like to know if you feel like commenting what this energy feels to be saying to you. Please leave a comment. I would love to read it. I just am so tickled and happy that people leave me comments. I find it amazing, and I just love it so much. Okay, let's go ahead and read the 19, which is 10 grapevines. Wow, how easily these open up. The vine, oh, no. Well, upright meaning. I feel called to read the keywords here. Sensual passion, irrational thinking. Irrational thinking. Dependence, impulsiveness, reckless decisions, passionate relationships. The Grapevine's card is neither a positive nor a negative one, but must be interpreted based on the nature and position of the surrounding cards. In general, this card represents intensely strong emotions, along with what follows for good or bad. If the question is concerning love, the card clearly indicates that the seeker is already in or is about to enter a very passionate relationship. They may be having difficulty thinking clearly and rationally about it, blissfully wrapped up in what they are feeling. The card also informs us that the seeker at this particular time is having difficulty making decisions and thinking lucidly because they are completely absorbed by passion. The card usually alludes to relationships based on sensual and passionate elements. There is perhaps a lack of concrete dialogue and no means of building something more solid. The card then raises a question. Is this what the seeker truly wants in a relationship? Is it really fine just the way it is, or are they settling for fear of losing the other person or of appearing vulnerable? The card also warns of the possibility of emotional dependence. If the question is about the character of a person in whom the seeker is interested, we can assume that the person may be emotionally unstable, but is certainly interested. If the question is about work, the card represents a warning not to take risky steps, but to reflect calmly on the next one, attempting to be as rational as possible. So, yeah, that's what this energy of the fork in the road is like, returning to, you know, reflecting on why am I lacking. So if you're looking for peace, or there's a piece of something missing, or there's a reflection of lack, so maybe in your home or how you experience the world, right? This mirror, the reality, right? As within, so without. So it's reflecting the beliefs, and it could be reflecting fears. It could be it reflects everything, like good and bad, right? Everything about you. It knows you through and through. So your reality could be reflecting back to you, right? Something that you're coming to realization that, you know, I don't think that energy belongs to me. That energy belongs to somebody else. You know, maybe you're very clairsentient, and which is like feelings. You can feel the emotions of others. Maybe you've just taken on certain beliefs from what family members, you know, maybe it's just how you grew up. I'm sorry that I touched the cards, but sometimes it helps me with my reading. See how they're... Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. I just see how they're all touching also. There's like this light here. I feel like I need to read this card. Oh, it's number 1. It's like first things first. It's feeling like that. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. Well, personal relationships, reunions loom large, along with lots of family celebrations, such as engagements, marriages, and special birthdays or events to look forward to. Long distance communication could see some new friendships forming with people from all walks of life, and you seem to be more charismatic and popular than ever, which could mean you are having the time of your life. With career and money, it says travel is highly likely. As this is a time of change, don't sweep things under the carpet if you are challenged, as personal growth is what this card is all about. You may soon be reaching for the stars. We have the star card here. Okay, reaching for the stars. As it's highly creative time, and you could find yourself in the limelight, as fame is not uncommon in this period. Expansion and growth are really what it's all about, along with lots of good luck. Helping others who are less fortunate than yourself could see your dreams come true. Oh God, I got the chills. This just feels like the good chills. Like a warm, very warm sensation just came over me as I read that. That's beautiful, guys. You could also find you are in the right place at the right time for meeting beneficial personal or business connections, so you must stay alert to any outstanding opportunities this time will bring. Yeah. Okay. So somebody needed to hear that. Whew. So this is also because we have it says reaching for the stars. It's just, and we have the star card. Okay. It's just kind of, it feels like it's giving this energy of like hope, miracles, and faith, and spiritual guidance, okay? And being inspired. Yeah, and the come to the edge also feels like inspiration. It really, really does. It feels like you're coming to the edge of inspiration and finding out what this reality, you know, really has in store for you, and that you control that. Right here with this come to the edge, like she's choosing. She doesn't have to fall off this edge into her deepest, darkest fears, and you know, she's realizing, you know, that she has more control than she thought she did. Also realizing that there are certain beliefs that she can allow herself to detach from, because they're no longer fitting in her frequency, you know. That's why they stand out so like. And when you're new to this too, it's also feeling like that too, that clairsentience, right? Certain feelings. So like when you're new to, if it's a new energy for you and things are starting to change, and you're realizing that those beliefs, thoughts, or fears didn't ever belong to you, that you took them on, okay? Like with that grapevine card. Like I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer will you be mine. So it's like, yeah, realizing that you've taken on something from others and you're finding new connections, right? Or maybe even a new connection with that person now that you realize. It doesn't mean that, you know, you have to get rid of this person or anything in your life. It just means that you can see where fear or thoughts of certain thoughts that don't serve you and what you're manifesting for yourself, okay? So you're realizing that. So it's more control now. You're realizing that you have control over what the mirror of reality is showing you. And I don't know what, I'm just trying to stir these up in this bag. It's like so hard. So maybe doing things differently can feel very, it could feel hard at first, because we kind of find like comfort in like, I feel like we should just show you guys. You could find comfort in certain, right, beliefs that you once felt. A dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Okay. Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Yeah, I think it's like it's over. It's like once you shed light on this, it's no longer deep, dark, and scary, right? Something like that. Yeah, I feel like the hardest part is over for you and you're on your way. Mice, discord among family and friends. Okay, so it's just showing me this could have something to do with family and friends. It could feel like, for some, might feel like going separate ways or something like that. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. So this feels like not going back into certain, falling back into that trap of certain energy or feelings that could be brought up, you know, inside of you. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Or yeah, that could like, it's like that lightning striking that bridge here, right? Because then it just creates, yeah, issues, right? With having to bridge yourself further into your dreams, into your reality, right? That new reality that you want to see for yourself. We have a fair man, dealings or relationships with a man with blonde, gray or white hair. Okay. We were getting blonde yesterday when I pulled my cards. I feel like I'm going to pull some of the cards from my box because I know you guys like that, because you can kind of get more personal energy. energy here. Goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Yes, I'm definitely feeling that. Wealth. Did I say I'm definitely feeling that? Wealth. Yes, guys. Yes, right? Anything else? It's like, there's something, okay, coming through with that. There's something about holding a light for others, holding that. As you see these people with this abundance and the wealth card, when I set it down, it caught my attention. Like they're holding this string of lights and they're holding it together. Like it's like holding your light or holding up your end of your, I want to say responsibility, but I feel like it's something that you decided yourself to do. Like you wanted to be there to hold some kind of light space for others and attract others. So there's definitely, I think we're getting something about fame or recognition, okay, or being, or community. So there's something about that happening, and I do see that, and it has a lot to do with your wealth, or a wealth that is coming in. So this could be like, you could be a very spiritual person, you could be attracting spiritual growth, you could be attracting spirit or just growth, because I'm seeing this water and I'm seeing the fish in the water, okay? And what you're holding up also, it feels like this bridge, okay? So I feel like it feels like a light bridge for others, a guiding light for others, okay? And you're also attracting like-minded people, right? Because we attract those people. We also attract, like there's 2 points on a magnet, right? It's like the opposite end, isn't it? I don't know, but there's something about looking at, I don't want to act like I know, but what I feel is that you could be attracting both, okay? I feel like why you're attracting both is because part of it is because you want to do that. You feel good when you help others, okay? So that's part of it. And I also feel that there's something about friendships here, community or connectedness or groups, something like that, like a community. So you feel connected to a certain community. This could be like the spiritual community, but you're attracting others who have that want and desire in them also, I feel. Apple, temptation will test you. Okay, so because you attract others who might not be on it's not that they're on that spiritual level, it's just that you've come to realization of, you know, how reality works and why things express themselves in your reality in this mirror, right? And they want to understand also. Okay, so you will find these people sometimes there because they're looking, they're searching, but they might not realize yet what they were searching for, okay? So I feel like you could be like a bringer of that, like, because you're shining a light on that for them. Okay, so we have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Yes. So, and there's also something about like some kind of shell of protection of what you're creating. Okay. Bat, take care, enemies are working against you. Yeah, or it could just crack. You know, it's like just to take care of yourself. And the bats always give me like feedback. The way they I don't know if it's they see their food, hunt their food, the way they navigate. It's giving like, I'm feeling like ringing in my ears right now. So it's like the way they receive feedback. Okay, so there's something about some kind of feedback that you could be receiving to take care. Enemies are working. So you could feel like some of the feedback you're receiving could be working against you, when in all reality it's just leading you back to this place of reflection. What is this telling me about myself? Why is my reality reflecting this back to me? Because it's a fear or worry, right? That I have. Fear, worries, 10 situations. So it's a fear or worry. It could even be like what you say about yourself, the words you use, the words you speak in your reality. So to be aware of that, because it will show you. It will show you, right? I feel like when you shine light on things like that, it's like it's like this light that just kind of like, it's just like breaks it all apart, you know, into tiny little pieces. You know, it kind of breaks it up. Grapes, time to go out and have fun. Yes, we have the grapes here. Yeah, it's like, what was this bunch? It's like it feels like breaking out. Feels like breaking out. Feels like connecting also, right? A journey, either physical or mental. I feel like whenever I get the tea leaves, I can just keep pulling, like keep pulling and keep pulling. A journey, either physical or mental. So it is a journey, and there could always be something that kind of comes up, you know, when it shows up on your path. You know, it's just showing you, it's just reflecting back to you an inner belief, okay, or something that you've taken on, some kind of belief that you've taken on from maybe when you were a child, or the way you grew up, or how you were raised, or come to belief, maybe even an experience, you know, that just left you like shook and shaken, and you carry, you know, some type of trauma from it, right? But I feel like what this mirror is showing you, the mirror, we could thank the mirror. You know, I'm so glad that you're showing that this is part of myself and my inner belief. And, you know, and I feel like just knowing that and shining a light on that just helps dispel those. I feel like the more you shine the light on that, right, versus like with that cap, shielding yourself from it, it helps, you know, dispel that. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yes. Stare it in the face. Stare that fear in the face, and, you know, not if you're in like danger. Okay, guys, that's not what I'm talking about. Please use discernment, okay? Stay safe, all right? Stay safe. But, you know, like, as in hermiting, you know, like soul searching, introspection, you know, in solitude, sit with it, right? Let it shine a light on it and let it pass. See it for what it really is, okay? And see yourself for what you really are. You know, you're a star, you are love, you are abundance, you are, you know, this amazing person. You are worthy of wealth. You are worthy of spiritual growth. I feel like this is spiritual growth too. Just knowing this, I feel like is very, comforting to know. And sometimes things come through as like illusions, okay? And we become like defensive. So you could be seeing like a lot of sevens, okay? So there's something about patience and defensiveness, and like trickery, or, having patience. And this is about like the long term, right? Because these are things that you developed from back in the day, and you're coming to realization to this now, right? So it's also about choices, right? Standing your ground, persevering, also coming through. It's like all the sevens. If you've been seeing sevens a lot, this message is definitely for you. Even 27, 7, or 2722. What numbers are we seeing? Something like that. There's something about April coming through. And then romance, celebration, and a party. That's for somebody also in April. I feel like it feels like a marriage, an April marriage, okay, or some kind. There's something really big could be happening for somebody. It's somebody who has, there's an S name, a lot of S's here. I don't know if you can see. So that's for somebody. There's an S right there. Okay. I am going to pull a few words from my word box. Oh, we're at 51 minutes. I wonder if you guys made it this far. If you have, say hi. Let me know. All right. You could always like pause and come back later, Right? Something about that also coming through when they said that. Pause and come back to it later. You can, when something's overwhelming or just too much, and you're like, I need a break, take one, right? And then come back to that, soul searching, that introspective. If you see any words in here that stand out to you, just know that's not a coincidence. There's so many words in here, there's no way in heck that there's a coincidence. I just saw romance fall off to the side here, this bucket. So there's definitely something about romance here. Also, what else? And a few other ones just kind of fell out on their own, but I will stir because I know people like to see the words that come through for them, because it's just very much personal, and I might not end up pulling any of those cards. And so for them to see that, let me zoom. Am I zoomed out all the way? For them to see these words, or for you guys to see these words or symbols or anything like that, just know that that's for you to see. Okay, whatever that may mean to you. All right, Spirit, tell me more about what the mirror of the reality is reflecting back to them, and what they need to know. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, I was just thinking, like, let's fix this and make this look pretty and then I was thinking of Instagram immediately when I said that. So, I don't know what that has to do with anything. So making something look pretty for the gram. I don't know, for the gram. This one fell off over here. I'm just bringing these into frame. Okay, that looks a little better. Right? Okay, so this is the one I was talking about, romance. So we did get the fan, right? So something about romance, there could even be like fans, people falling in love with you, gaining like a fan base also could even be coming through. Because we have the star too, right? There is only now, Spirit wants you to know that there is only now, right now, actor. Okay, so we could have an actor here. And or something about the Instagram too. Like, this could be something about putting on, yeah, actor, yes. White dress. I feel like, oh, that could be in marriage. Purity, ghosts. Okay, so yeah, the ghost is coming up, like that energy of, reflecting back where things came from. So I feel like, could feel like ghosts from the past type energy. Your inner calling. You're perfect for this mission. So there's something very personal within yourself that you are perfect for. This could be like spiritual growth, because we did get that. What is right, like I said at the beginning, what is spirit telling you? What does your inner self say? What does your inner knowing and truth say? Okay, so you're perfect for that. Break it down. Yeah, so it's like breaking down that energy and seeing where things have come from. Speak up. Speak what you want to see in your reality, what you want to experience in your life. Help the world become a better place. Yes, I feel like when we speak up and we tell it like it is, you know, but we also come from a place of love. I feel like because love really has no boundaries, no barriers. Love is this beautiful, open feeling, right? So when we come from a place of love, I feel like it's better received. Okay, because sometimes there's things we have, what does this say? Discover. Yeah, there's some things that we discover sometimes that's just, you know, they don't feel that good, or they didn't make us feel that good, right? And so we discover these things, and they could be hard or dense or heavy to deal with, right? So there's something about love and speaking on things in a way that maybe you do this, right? That brings people together, brings community, brings healing, brings happiness. So there's something like that coming through. It says you knew that though. You knew that. You've known this about you. Yeah. Human. Yes. That we're all human, right? It's just like it's giving this rainbow with the hues. Yeah, the most difficult part of a situation is over, right? Allow the good. Yes. We have against. This one fell out. Seeds. Jumping. I feel like jumping beans. I don't know, because the seed, how it jumped out of my hand. Against. So, what are you saying with that, Spirit? All the ways. Payday. Very nice. Yes, a lot of wealth coming through for you, but against seeds all the ways. Okay, so like something that you've planted. For yourself, okay? There's something about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's something about steps. You've tried, you know, how many times, right? So maybe something that you planted has been working against you. And I feel like this is the piece that you needed to hear also. Yeah. Opportunity. Yeah, it is the piece. You see there's like a piece, the other piece is missing. Okay. So you might be attracted or called to read or listen to, there are 2 readings before this reading, because we got half in those readings also. So there could be something for you. It's in the stars, right? The stars. Where are you, star card? There you are. It's in the stars. So it is written for you. Okay, I feel like you're writing this for yourself. Okay, so just know that it's in the stars. It is there for you. Applesauce, crisscross applesauce. Something about being easy. And then we have dance, crisscross. Oh, and there's something about, so like when I said that crisscross applesauce, so like there's something about like, yeah, like this energy, how you recognizing how certain energies that could be popping up in your reality don't seem like they go together, like applesauce, pork chops and applesauce type thing. And the reason I thought of that is because it's a dance. I was shown a picture of crisscross, probably because I said crisscross applesauce, but they would wear their clothes backwards. Okay, so it could be like doing something, is feeling like something's backwards or working against you, not working, not following through, right? Or some kind of opportunities jumping from your hand, like something like that. Okay, but Spirit's showing you, and they were famous. They were very famous and very well liked. Okay, but there's something like this energy of not seeing how something could go with maybe what you're trying, you know, why is this reality reflecting, oh, it's my notes here. Why is this reality, why is this mirror reflecting back to me this? It just feels so backwards from what, you know, what you're wanting to experience, right? Or what you've planned for yourself. And so these things could be popping up along your path, like that gravel and those rocks on your path. They could be popping up and you're like, why? This doesn't make any sense. This just seems very backwards. I'm doing all the things. And this is what Spirit's saying to you. Okay? And yeah, I think we're done because it's already been an hour. So I'm going to leave the reading where it is. This was a very long reading, but if you made it to the end, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know you made it to the end. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. I always love that. And yeah, I hope you guys just have the best day, week, month, year 2026. And I hope you guys choose to come back again. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.